Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the new Hyperdimensional co-op against Kefla, and this is pretty much your standard Hyperdimensional co-op against Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. The rewards are the normal Hyperdimensional coins, a new unique equip for the rival universe, Red, which basically means hit, and I think Bergamo. And then also, of course, includes the Z power for Kefla herself, the free-to-play Kefla that you can get from the Fierce Fights event. So pretty decent rewards, pretty cool stuff, I would say overall. Really solid, your standard affair. So if you have done Hyperdimensional co-op before, don't be surprised. This is not anything super different. This is a pretty streamlined process. So yeah, you should be used to it by now. Hopefully you are. And yeah, obviously you can use whoever you want. I'm going to be using two accessible units for free-to-play players, which is the Red Extreme Kefla, and I'm going to be using the Fierce Fight Kefla as the first unit. So try and get Kefla. It does really help out quite a bit, and you should be able to get a good idea of how to use her and how things are going. Now, of course, with Hyperdimensional co-op, as you guys should know, there's pretty stock standard rewards. With the Hyperdimensional coins, you can get your hands on some voice lines, you can get your hands on all the unique equips, you can get your hands on some sleeves, and you can also get your hands on about 300 chrono crystals. So there are decent rewards, and especially now is also the great time to pick up the Z power for Kefla. It's very similar to how they did with Broly, the New Year's one, how they've done with Metal Cooler in the past. Seems like they like to incorporate Hyperdimensional co-op to some extent into earning Z power for these Fierce Fight units, which I think is fine. It does give people a way to really look into farming or grinding these Fierce Fight units. So I think it is what I would say pretty good in the long run. Yeah, at least for me, I think it's pretty solid. With that being said, Hyperdimensional co-op follows a pretty simple procedure nowadays. Usually the boss has different typings, so you bring units that combat those typings to a certain extent. Try and bring battle bonus characters. It does just make things run a lot smoother if you have battle bonus characters. Things just tend to run a little bit faster, a little bit smoother, a little bit simpler, without having too many issues. And yeah, overall, just pretty simple stuff. Now, in terms of Hyperdimensional co-op, if you are someone who has not done Hyperdimensional co-op before, the premise is very simple. If you've done a worldwide raid, it's the same kind of format. So basically the boss will start with a little blue shield. You want to knock down that shield till it zeroes out, and then you want to do a huge amount of damage to the boss in that situation. So that's basically it. It's really not that crazy is what I want to say. So the main goal is to get the boss's shield down, get them to zero, and then you and your ally will hit a Rising Rush at the same time. That's generally the procedure that you want to run, because that's what's going to net you almost an insta-kill. If you're using Kefla, who's a free-to-play unit, and your opponent's also using Kefla, who's a free-to-play unit, then you can get the kill anyway, so you should be able to do it. Nowadays also, the Rising Rush actually skips whatever animation you're currently in. So before you used to have to time it, now it will just override the animation, and you can basically defeat the Hyperdimensional co-op on your own. So it's a pretty simple thing, and you can get some pretty decent rewards. Like I said, some multi-Z power, you can grab yourself some Hyperdimensional co-op coins. There's quite a lot that you could do. So I think overall there's just some pretty decent rewards and pretty stock standard stuff. If you include the Purple Goku from the Universe 7 event in your team, he will actually also be able to increase the amount of Z power that you get. So you should do that. You don't have to have him in your duo, you just need to have him in your support pile. But yeah, that's basically it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. There's really nothing too much else to say beyond that. And yeah, of course, if you're down to grinding the Fierce Fight Kefla, go for it. Otherwise, yeah, mainly do it for the chrono crystals at least. That's gonna be it from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time. Bye.